We're still talking security, where Governor of Plateau State, Mutfwang, has apologized to residents of the state over government's failure to protect them from attacks. Governor Mutfwang led a delegation of government officials to one of the communities in Bassa Council area, which was attacked on Sunday midnight, leading to the death of 52 persons. Senior reporter Funam Joshua was there and now reports.
We are here at Kwall village, one of the communities attacked by gunmen Sunday midnight, where over 62 people lost their lives. The Plateau State Governor Mutfwang is here to see for himself the level of damage and destruction caused by these marauders, and also to sympathize with the locals. The governor's first port of call was the residence of the leader of the community, where he met with kingmakers, religious leaders, and stakeholders from the area. Mr. Mutfwang, while addressing the gathering, acknowledged that the government has failed in its guaranteeing the safety of its citizens against invaders and begged the locals to forgive them. The time has come for residents across all troubled communities to unite and take the matter of their security with seriousness, pledging that the state and federal government have intensified more proactive measures to prevent further reoccurrence of such dastardly acts in the area. The governor urges communities to rise up and do all within their power to defend and protect themselves against their attackers.
We've come here together with the GOC, the Commissioner of Police, and the entire security apparatus in the state to reassure you that we are ever committed. I know that you have reason not to be happy with some of the operations in the past. But I want you to know that whatever lapses there are, we have taken decisions to correct them. We have come to a point in time in Nigeria where every community must make arrangements to defend itself.
The delegation then proceeded to this primary school, where the governor addressed the community women gathered. The women couldn't help but cry painfully upon sighting the governor. The former governor of Plateau State, John Ajang, condemned the attack. He commended President Bola Tinubu and Governor Mutfwang for the swift response given to the situation. On the narrative circulating that the attack was a communal clash, the former governor appealed to the president to have time with community leaders for first-hand information as opposed to false narratives of the situation. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Kwall.
All right, we're staying with developments on the plateau. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has condemned the killings in Bassa local government area of Plateau State. The IGP, accompanied by senior officers, including the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of the Police Mobile Force, and the Commandant Police Staff College, Jos, visited the State Government House, where he commiserated with Governor Mutfwang and the people of the state. He assured that the police will put the best efforts to douse the rising tensions and apprehend the perpetrators.
We will continue to work tirelessly until we're able to solve these problems. The criminals are exploiting the obvious fact that it is not possible for us to cover all the vulnerable communities in Plateau State with manpower. But what we cannot cover with manpower, we will look for other ways of covering them. This cannot be allowed to continue. I don't want to say much on this, but I will say that these criminal elements will soon be surprised, because I know that their days are numbered.
Now, joining me for more on this is the security analyst, Usoro Dina, and he joins me from Jos Plateau State via Zoom. Good to have you join us. So let me start by just getting, your thoughts on the reactions we're getting to these attacks. First of all, we just listened to and the Inspector General of Police saying that they cannot cover every inch and nook and cranny of Plateau State with security, but they are going to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. What's your reaction to that statement? Shouldn't states like Plateau State be getting some sort of priority at this moment? Mr. Osoro, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Sorry.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, sadly, I don't seem to see any light at the end of the tunnel, because we're just back to the scenario of December 2023. When the attacks of December 2023 happened, the same kind of movements of senior military and police officers, visitors from the federal government, and those coming on condolences did occur. And the same thing we're seeing now. The question is, between 2023 and now, has there been any change in strategy, change in preparedness, change in trying to curb these killings? The answer is no. So for me, I mean, it's not a matter that you just wait for it to happen. I'm not that too hopeful. Sorry, sadly.
But now the governor is asking the people of that community to rise and defend themselves. For you, does that sound like a lack of confidence in security agencies? And what could likely happen in that situation when people start to defend themselves?
Number one, I don't, find, like I said, because the sentiments are so much now. So the governor can just say that when you say people should start defending themselves, the security agencies too will now go around arresting the same people. Are the government going to issue them some kind of licenses for the weapons they will carry, or they are going to defend themselves with bare hands? It's a very big issue, and I think that, like I've said, not just whether having confidence or not confidence with the security agencies. The point is that the government, I think, like you know, a matter like this, I wish TVC will maybe have me for one of their programs, a flagship program, for us to really talk about this, because I've been in Plateau State for about 40 years now. I came here for my youth service. I was there when the first crisis happened, because some people feel that, oh, there are some issues that is leading to this. And the answer is no. It has nothing to do with whether people don't want visitors or they want. I'm a visitor here. That's not the point. The point is that the same kind of killings that is going on in Plateau is what is happening in Benue State, is what is happening in Enugu State, is what is happening in the other states. And the government doesn't want to face that. And I think that's very
important. But Mr. Idine, some people would disagree with you. Mr. Idine, just a minute.
Yes.
Because we've spoken to residents of Plateau who seem to think that what's happening in Plateau is quite different from what's happening in other states. They think that this is an ethnic clash or herders-farmer clash, and there needs to be some sort of conflict resolution mechanism that has to do with a town hall conversation where forgiveness becomes the focus of such a town hall meeting. Do you think differently?
Very, very differently. That's maybe, like I said, people are speaking out of sentiments. I mean, if you're talking about clash is to maybe, I can have a clash with you. We're having a misunderstanding, a disagreement, we can fight. If it has to do with farmland, then we fight in the land. But if you are sleeping and then I come to attack you and to kill you, what's the clash there? And like I said, what is happening in Benue, in Agatu area, I think last night, the people that were killed in Otubo, is it not the same thing? Where people are killed, where houses are burnt down, where farm produce are destroyed. It's the same scenario. So what I'm saying that's where I think the government really need to face, but for us to send high-profile visitors, pay condolences and make promises, I don't see that solution to this, because that happened in November 2023.
We would have to leave the conversation there and see how all of this plays out. Thank you so much for your time, security analyst Edine Usoro, who joined us from Jos.